Yo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett, uncensored on the internet, with episode 159 of Splinterlands 101. Joining us once again, finest gentleman who ever lived, chairman of the DAO, Matt Clark.
Howdy, howdy.
The man behind the Pouffet Poussey, Geotrix.
How are we today, gentlemen?
Yeah, doing well. What's new?
Well, Amanda's home.
Okay, yeah.
Everything's good there. She's got a little. She loved Ireland, not so much France. I'm reminded of the Simpsons episode where Hank Scorpio is like, "Hey, Homer, what's your favorite country? What's your least favorite country? Italy or France?" He's like, "France." He said, "Yeah, nobody ever says Italy." Well, he's aiming his super death weapon. Yeah, France. She just said the people are arrogant and mean and rude and all of that. But Ireland, they were lovely. Apparently, they're getting buffeted by a massive storm at the moment. 180-kilometer wind gusts.
Wow.
And a stadium that she actually went to only 2 weeks ago has been like destroyed by this wind. So good timing on the trip and the flights. But obviously, my heart goes out to anyone who's struggling there. But it's great. Look, it's great to have her back. The house wasn't the same without her. The kids were like 6 or 7 hours away from officially having scurvy. So she's putting vegetables back into diets and the like. Apparently chicken nuggets aren't a complete, it's a whole thing. So we know 3 weeks is the limit, right? Any more than that. And things really start to fall apart. So but no, it's great to have her back. Otherwise I've just been watching politics, US politics. Trump's been in for like 3-4 days now. It's been a wild ride. Ross Ulbricht is out. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I kid you not. I've been watching this and hoping for this for literally the whole time he's been in there. I got into Bitcoin around the time when he got caught, learning about it and buying a bit here and there, learning about it. And I followed that whole drama. I knew, I didn't buy or sell anything on Silk Road, but I followed all of that. And then the stories as they were breaking, as it happened live with him getting caught and all of that. And then the bullshit and corruption with the trial. And then knowing he's banged up there, stitched up. And I said this on Twitter to somebody. They said, he didn't even deserve it. And I said, that's a feature, not a bug, right? They wanted us to see someone who'd done nothing wrong, who'd all he'd done was give people a private place to transact with each other without government surveillance. That's it. That's all he did. In a coin that couldn't be tracked outside the banking system, outside of all of their surveillance. That's literally all they did. What they did with that is, it's like if you rent out motel rooms and there's no surveillance cameras in them, and then somebody goes, "Oh, well, there was prostitution went on in one of your rooms, and there was a drug deal went on in one of your rooms." It's like, look, that's freedom, man. Like, I didn't do any of these things. All I did was make this place available for people to operate freely. Like that's
a great analogy. That describes exactly
literally
what
all he did. And he's been banged up for nigh on 12 years for this. And so when I was really excited when Trump at the Bitcoin conference said, if I'm elected, I'm going to commute his sentence to time served. I was really excited then when Trump got in, pretty much just for that and other crypto-related stuff. And again, I've been refreshing Twitter and like really kind of obsessed with this, but refreshing Twitter and hoping to see, is Trump going to commute his sentence? And then he pardoned him. Full pardon. No restrictions. He can vote. He can own firearms. He's freer than us, right?
Yeah.
He can vote. He can own firearms. He can travel. There was talk that with a commuted sentence, he would still, because it was computer crimes, he wouldn't be able to own a computer or even a smartphone, that there were going to be all these restrictions on him if the sentence was commuted. So Trump absolutely pardoning him means that not only is he just not out of prison, but still, surveilled and monitored and controlled, but he's just as free as any other American, as far as I'm aware.
We're still waiting for Hillary to go to jail, though.
That's true. And that's where, you look at Fauci, and this is getting away from crypto, but you look at Fauci and there's all sorts going on with Fauci. Biden preemptively pardoned him, I'm assuming, for any crime committed since 1984. Trump has removed his security detail. So he was $15 million a year. Fauci was getting a security detail, and Trump's pulled that just in the last 12 hours or so, which suggests you don't have to worry about judicial consequences, extrajudicial consequences might be more of a concern. Fauci's got plenty of money; he can afford to pay his own security if he wants. But the other thing that rumour mill is talking about is potentially Putin requesting the extradition of Fauci to face charges in Russia for crimes against humanity.
Nice.
Over
that would
all
be
of that,
awesome.
As part of a deal to end the war with Ukraine. And it's like, man, maybe this is just like, that should be on Pornhub. Maybe this is just like libertarian catnip. Like, let's please, I need this, I want this. But every part of that, like, is magnificent. Sidesteps the preemptive pardon issued by Biden because he's not being tried in the US. It gets him questioned by Russia. And Russian, I'm sure when Russia questions you tell them lots of stuff. That's true. So that would be, and look, there's not me being bloodthirsty. I just think actions have to have consequences. So if that was to happen, I mean, that might be a pipe dream. It's only, again, just sort of, you hear whispers of these things, and who knows what's true. But that would be absolutely something to really, really hope for. If we could end the war in Ukraine and all of that, Trump's talking about nuclear non-proliferation. So talking to Putin and Xi about reducing nuclear stockpiles. You do that across the board if the three main sort of nuclear powers all decide to scale that right back down, then that's money that's not being wasted in all three countries at the same time, right? And so that's great for worldwide economy, human wealth, human flourishing. So, look, I'm hearing good things. Whether they all or some of them come to fruition, I'm not sure. But that's the Trump at the moment. Back to crypto. You can tell I've spent a lot of time on Twitter just kind of digging deep and trying to work out what's going on here. Back to crypto, the latest is that Trump has put a perma-ban on the idea of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, which is great because that's basically virtual digital money, but it's completely controlled by a central issuing authority. And a lot of people were talking about pairing it with the UBI, universal basic income. So the idea would be everybody, some people wanted AI comes out and everybody's unemployed, right? So what do? Well, everybody gets a universal basic income where you get $1,000 a month just to survive, try and work on top of that, whatever. And there's pros and cons to UBI. But there's also been talks that the plan is that it's a CBDC. So you're paid in this digital currency that you can go spend at the shops and whatever. The problem is with that, sounds good at first, and I'm sure it's the mouse doesn't understand why the cheese is free. Over time, it becomes, well, you've spent too much on carbon producing stuff, so you can't buy that steak now at the shops. And every transaction needs to be pre-approved by the central issuing authority. CBDCs could be made to expire after a certain period of time. So here's your monthly allocation. Anything you don't spend by the end of the month will just vanish. So putting an expiry date on money, and that's certainly possible if somebody wanted to keep the economy going, right? Particularly if you're getting taxes per transaction, and you want to make sure that it would be a good way to keep cash transactions from flourishing. Because if somebody's still got 100 credits for the month and they've got $100, like or silver or whatever else, the credits are about to expire, you're going to spend that instead, right? Because why not? I'm just going to. So it's all about you trying to maintain that what they want to be money is money. So CBDCs would probably be seen as convenient by the average punter, but those who understand the way the world works look at it and say, no, that's a recipe for horror, unimaginable, techno, tyrannical, whatever. So Trump's signed a bill purportedly to outlaw CBDCs. He's also said that he's wanting to reverse the US hostility to crypto projects in general. He's sent a please explain to all the different regulatory agencies like the SEC to say, hey, come back to us with what are the regulations on crypto, what needs to be changed, what are your suggestions, how hostile have you been in the past, that type of thing. So they've got 60 days to come back to him. And this is all like we're 3 days in, right? So there's only so much you can do with executive orders. But that's hopefully Gary Gensler gets fired. So far Trump's kept his promises, best I can tell. But I'd love to see Gensler on his bike. would be fantastic. He's been really, really bad for crypto, very hostile to crypto projects across the board for years and years. So it's all looking very, very positive. There's been a bit of a spat with the crypto community developing. There's talk of Trump establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Whether that's just seized in crime, like Bitcoin seized in crime and then held by the government, we won't sell it. We're just going to hang on to it. We've got this much and we're going to keep it. All of Trump's talk has been about crypto, not Bitcoin specifically. And there's a lot of maxis are pissed because they're saying, no, it should just be Bitcoin. Other crypto tokens are frauds and scams and there's nothing good and it's all about Bitcoin. And the maxis are really leaning heavily on Trump to say, no, just make it about Bitcoin. But he's got the Trump meme coin. There's Doge, the Elon's all about. Barron's across stuff. JD Vance, I think. I think he had Litecoin, heap of Litecoin. So there are a lot in that camp who are, and they've brought in, I think it was the Cardano, the head of Cardano, or the lead dev on Cardano to come in and chat with them as well. So they're looking at crypto generally, but the Bitcoin maxis are saying, no, this is rubbish. You shouldn't be doing that, crypto scams. So there's also talk that XRP Ripple is throwing millions of dollars at campaigning for it to be crypto and not just Bitcoin only, to keep the focus off just Bitcoin and keep that open to crypto. So there's sort of something of a civil war going on with, everybody wants Trump to be in their corner because he's this new sort of force of nature, and they don't want to be stomped on, left in the wreckage. So yeah, internally with the crypto sphere, it's been a fascinating few days. But yeah, overall, the one big win, Ross Ulbricht is out. There's no way you're ever going to see this, Ross, but if you do, congratulations, mate. Really happy for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still stuck on Fauci going to Russia. That would make my day. That would absolutely make my day. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I say, he's the publicly facing symptom of this rot, right? If you get him in a position where he's enthusiastically questioned, not by Rand Paul in the Senate, but actually questioned, by whoever's some old KGB headquarters in an abandoned missile silo somewhere, and then you get real proper information on what happened, how deep does this go, who was behind it all, where's the money lead, all of that stuff. And it's for reasons like that I think it's probably not going to happen, because
well, even if it was meant to happen, something would happen to him before he got on the plane.
That's right. Yeah. I can't see a
have a heart attack from the last jab. Not that he probably
he's only got one name he's been taking orders from, and you need to get him, and then you need to get him, and who knows the way things are structured. But either way, it would be a massive blood nose to that entire. And look, Trump and Malay have been speaking at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Definitely worth watching those speeches, because they basically said, you guys are done. You're sunk. Everything you believe in and everything you stand for is crap. Good couple of good speeches there, and ballsy to just stand up in front of a room full of people and tell them, I hope you had fun, but it's over now. So called out of the World Health Organization. That's like 500 million. I'll find it. I'll put it in the chat. $500 million a year, I think the Biden was paying to be a member of the World Health Organization, and Trump's just yanked that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the UN ends up in the crosshairs. That would be interesting. Sounds like the seizing Greenland rhetoric has fired up.
I had another good look at Greenland on Google Maps again recently. It's such a whitewash. Like if you look on, like it's not snow. Right? It's not snow. You look at Greenland on Google Maps and it's just this whitewash. And it's like, what are they hiding? Like seriously, what are they hiding? It's just white paint over the entire continent. Like, what are they hiding? Yeah.
Yep.
So yes, it's been exciting. As to Splinterlands stuff, we've just signed a few transactions as the treasurers overnight. Just as I was going to sleep about 1 a.m., I saw there was 5 of 6 signatories required. So I got out of bed and jumped down on my laptop and fired everything up and MetaMask and all that and signed the transaction and confirmed it on Ethereum to get this one through. So yeah, just plugging along. The validator software stuff is that is very wide.
Yeah, look at
the
that.
Validator software stuff is in public view. I think it's open testing. A couple of the guys who are doing that I've been talking to and voting for that. You can actually vote for different witnesses on the testnet at the moment. I'll share a link for that. Kierak is sent through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of just. You say it does look like paintbrush.
Yeah.
Spray can sort of level of.
Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
Mm.
What
like
are they
didn't
hiding?
even try. They didn't even try to make it look like actual snow.
What are they hiding? Yeah, that's what I want to know.
But that's literally most of the Earth maps anyway. They're all just smudged over. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, some places.
I'll pick the right end of the Hive bounce again. Hive, after its 60-cent floor, it went down to 37 cents. So I sold all my HBD and bought Hive at 37 cents, and it's already back up to 49. So if it hits 60, then I'll do it again. I'll sell my Hive and for HBD and see if it bounces again. I mean,
nice, yeah. Just try to time it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of volume, sort of $500 million again, I think, within 24 hours recently. So it's definitely with that futures on Binance, it's definitely been getting a lot more attention and traction. Somebody said we were number 6 on the trending coins on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. So not a lot of movement on DEC and SPS, but sort of staying relatively flat for now, sort of sideways they're the main ones. But yeah, we'll see what happens when the validator software actually rolls out and the node licenses become useful in that regard.
Yeah.
But yeah, the big one is Cryptomancer's been posting some updates on how things are going in the landholders channel with the background stuff for if you want to swap wood for stone. He's sort of showing how here's what you see, but what actually goes on in the background is you take the wood and you swap it for DEC, and then you take the DEC and you swap it for stone, and the code does it all for you in the background. All you know is you've just said, I've got this wood, I'd like to swap it for stone, please, and it just happens. But of course, the people in both of those liquidity pools now get a share of the fees from that. So that to me is like an easy win. I think if you've got some belief that this game has long-term legs, then as soon as it's possible to throw stuff, resources at the grain and DEC and the wood and DEC and stone and DEC, and I think the other one's iron perhaps, and DEC into those pools, then do that and then just leave it alone for 3 years and just see what happens. That's my plan.
Well, Matt said in the town hall too that he really wants that to be a profitable area of mechanics is for the swap pool holders. Yeah.
You want there to be yield on something, so there's no pressure to actually sell assets to take gains, right? That's a good way to do it, because if you owned a house and it kept going up in value, but you couldn't put tenants in, well then, okay, great, it's gone up in value, I'll have to sell it, right? But then you're selling the entire thing, you don't have it anymore. But if you could put tenants in there and get yield, then you can get the yield and the growth. So, and also the house doesn't get sold. So, and from the market perspective, that's good to keep prices high. So yeah, I can definitely see that's great for those resources if there is a way of getting some decent yield from it. And that's certainly my focus, because I want the game to grow and I want there to be a deep liquidity in those pools, because if you understand about liquidity pools, the deeper it is, the better, right? The better it is for everybody, because then you're getting a lot of people swapping. There's a lot of ease of transacting. And the more it feels like a video game, right? Like a nation-building video game, like SimCity or whatever else, where you come in, I'm going to develop my plots, I'm going to do this, I'm going to embrace this strategy, and I'm going to swap. And it wouldn't even matter that you're playing a crypto game. Occasionally, there's a keychain pop up, and you hit OK. Otherwise, it may as well just be some sort of a real-time strategy game. So great to see what it's developing towards. And great to get those updates from Cryptomancer. Now he's back and happy and safe from holiday. So, yeah, all guns blazing for 2025. I'm enthused and happy as far as the crypto side of things is going generally, and Splinterlands specifically.
And how's your D-City coming along?
Yeah, about that. I keep telling myself I'm going to buy some sim and send it over, and 947 people I still need to hire. I've done some tweaking around the edges, but I'm still not 100% on, like, if I buy an apartment block, does that mean that my current people have more places to live, or does that mean that I get people when I buy the apartment? Like, there's quite a lot that's not clear, and it probably is clear if I go and do some reading and the like, but I've just gotten lazy, and Eco Instant likes to just hold my hand, so I've got lazy and all that, and soft. I'm the when they talk about soft men create hard times, that's what my D-City says about me.
Yeah,
there's posters up on the library.
Well, we'll get Eco back on the show again to get him on scene to for part 2 of fixing your city series, because he and I are going to do a show together on D-City, just like State of the Union type thing. We're talking ideas at the moment. We've been doing talking on Discord. So give people an idea. And it's basically we'll encourage guests to come on each week, and each guest that comes on has like a problem city. And it's like, okay, how do we fix this? So that's going to be the main sort of gist of it. And then also he'll talk about latest updates, changes, and things like that. So when we're ready to do with that, we'll get him back on. He can take another look at your city, see what more he can do. And
I'm happy to join in on that, or just watch the episode afterwards, or, well, you probably want me there for the episode. But yeah, as a general viewer, I would be down for that show for sure.
Yeah, so we're just working out the mechanics of that at the moment, and we'll start with, I mean, Jer, if you want to come on and start a GeoCities account.
I would completely not play it.
Yeah,
it just wouldn't.
Yeah. All right, so we'll just start with you then, Matt, and well,
I'd like to watch it. I just want to be on the spectating side of things.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm happy to be first cab off the rank, and it is a decent fix-up job. But I must have sold a few things, because I've got just under 80,000 sim available. So that should be a decent packet to do some repair jobs and the like.
Well, you've got a second tax collector as well, haven't you, to sell?
Yeah, I do. And as a proud anarchist, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but he does assure me that it's good for my city. So I've heard that status claptrap before. I'm sorry, Eco. I would never call you a status mate. You moved halfway across the world to escape all that. That's my apologies. So I'm very much open to advice on this. It needs help.
Mm-hmm. All right. And any new developments, purchases, anything Splinterlands related account-wise?
I noticed I'd moved a lot of my alpha cards onto my land plots, and was using my beta cards in battle, and a lot of them are only level 4 or 5. So the ones that I found I'm using a lot of, I'm sort of scratching behind the couch cushions and finding a bit of cash to get those up, so I don't have to pull my alphas off land, and I can use these as especially because I'm doing the alpha beta tournaments for brawls for my guild. So I kept noticing that my spineback turtle, my beta spineback turtle was under-leveled for like diamond phrase. So I've been building him up. I got him to level 7, so he was like level 5. I think I've got him to level 7, almost level 8. So I'm just sort of jumping on him whenever I see it. I don't usually go for the beta cards, but I just use him so much. There's so many good reasons to use Spineback Turtle, especially in those guilds in the brawls for some reason.
Yeah.
So I've been focusing on that and still trying to get Ulfka up to max level. That self-resurrect, the more I use her, the more I think, man, self-resurrect would have completely won this game for me, this match, if I'd have just had that self-resurrect so she could poison another 1, 2, maybe 3 opponents. But I've been massively overusing her. If bots read your previous battles, then they all know exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work on me last week. Unfortunately, we don't have the evidence for that either.
Yeah, that was weird. Some gremlin came and stopped you from hitting the record button or something, and we lost the whole second half. Where I don't remember who won and who lost. Let's not get tangled up in how those battles went.
It's water under the bridge.
Water under the bridge. Thank you, Gio. And Gio probably wants to forget about all the times I smashed him. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to.
Yeah. Well, we've got a second half of this show to make up for it, I guess. So we'll see.
What's the bet? It won't be the same as last.
We'll see which way the die rolls this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of more neutral rares from the Chaos Legion edition, maxed out on my main account. And because I mentioned I bought a Possibilis to use on my bronze account, which at the moment is actually, because I'm playing that manually in Modern, and it's made it to Silver 1 already this season, just playing manually in Modern. So getting a fair bit of glint from that, and getting some extra cards, getting a couple of epics in that account now. I'm getting like 0.3 of an SPS for winning a battle at the moment in Modern, but for an account that wasn't being used, it's doing okay. And and because Possibilis was Possibilis, and I put in Commander Slade with Coastal Sentry behind my Turtle Repairer. It's a great team. So I bought another Possibilis. I need 2 Possibilises to level him up, but I could only afford 1 with what I was playing with. So I bought another Possibilis and just put him into my silver account, into Tartaria. So I've got a level 1 Possibilis on each of those 2 accounts now. On my main account, Possibilis is maxed. So at some point, I'll get another Possibilis, which will bring him up a level. And that should hopefully... Because I'm just thinking of returns at the moment. Just get those 3 accounts, getting a bit of SPS while the SPS is still on offer. So, yeah, dropped a little bit of bank on those cards. That's about it for me. Nothing new with you guys?
I haven't purchased much at all. Just the end of season pass. That's probably the most exciting thing.
Yeah.
Just to keep it running.
I'm just looking at the challenges page here. I was wondering if this had rolled out, and it has. So we've got the option to select which elements are available, which rule sets we want to go with. There's the option to do set the mana cap for challenges, as well as the original, what summoner levels and cards are allowed, additions of cards allowed. So we could do a 13 mana Earth challenge where I just spam Llama Golem. That's interesting. So
16 mana, so I can use Lob and Korra.
Yeah, so we could do specific shows if we wanted to, where we just do challenges. Like today, we're going to do the earthquake challenge, and all we do is just play earthquake matches.
That's a great idea. Yeah,
and leave the rest alone, or whatever.
As a strategy based thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Or we could do unlimited mana challenges where we just have every match is unlimited mana. That sounds really cool. We could definitely do that.
Yeah, so each week we could just pick a theme for the battles.
Yeah,
yeah,
I like it. And then someone who's always struggling with Little League can say, "Oh, this is what they did." Put it in the banner for the show and say, "This is what our challenges were." And we could have guests on who want to improve or think they're quite good at Little League. Kyokiz has been sharing some of the stats he's been pulling up. The Splinter Stats site that he does with the report cards and the like.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really cool stats he's pulling on use rates, win rates, all of that across all sorts of different cards. Really digging deep into the data. So
yeah, he's updated it. Yeah.
It's looking really good.
I looked at it. It looked really cool to see the rebellion side of things, the reward cards, and just rebellion
all
in
the
general.
Different filters you can click on and all that to drill down into the data. So
we talked about that the episode that Sarah was on and was saying like that they weren't up to date. So
I think I've mentioned that. Yeah, I think I've mentioned that. Well, we've mentioned it for like the last, however long it's been around for. It's just, sometimes it's not updated for a while because he might be busy or whatever. But when he does update it, it's really cool to see like the differences from what I saw last into the current meta.
Yeah, and he's asking too for ideas for anything that we want to see on there. So he's open to DMs and stuff. So if you see his splinterstats.net page and you're like, it'd be really cool on here is this, just look up Kyokiz and send him a DM. He won't mind. 3 a.m. Go for it. His phone numbers. I'll give you his phone number. I'll put it up on that now. So he's looking for like suggestions on what else do people actually want to see on there because it's such a cool resource. So
all right. So I guess we've caught up to date. We internationally, what's happening, what expectations from Trump are. Looking forward to Fauci going to Russia. Still waiting for Hillary to go to jail. While we're waiting, I guess let's test out this new challenge feature that you were talking about in the game, like where we can like totally customize the games. So actually, let me share screen. Let's take a look at that. All right. So go to challenge. All right, I'll select Matt Clark. Allowed. Okay, so this is the same. So gladiator cards. This is the same as last week.
That's
more
strange.
Options, more options.
Yeah, there you go.
Payment currency. So is this like a kitty or a pool we can put some money in?
Wow, yeah. That didn't come up for me.
Decor credits. Mana cap. All right, what are we going to do for a mana cap?
Unlimited.
Put 99.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Rule sets.
You're sending the challenge, so it's all on you.
Okay.
Full disclosure, last week both these gentlemen beat me thoroughly repeatedly. So when I earlier implied that Gio was perhaps glad that the recording was lost, please understand that was just me goading him, and he took it like a champion. So no, I'm hoping to get revenge for last week.
All right. So let's go with a bit of obnoxious fumes.
Obnoxious fumes, love it.
Love that.
And we limit by elements as well. See, this is really cool now.
So let's go with everything except Earth.
So I can't llama cube.
And let's see how that goes.
Smart. Yeah, let's do it. All right.
So we're going to play around a little bit with the rule sets today. Each time someone sends a challenge, we're going to customize it just to learn our way around the system. But what we're going to do each week from now on, when we have battling on the show, we're going to select a theme. And we'll put that on the thumbnail so you can see what the theme is. So all of our strategy will be based around the theme, like Little League, obnoxious fumes, protected. We'll choose something, and all of the battles for that episode will be the same. So we can look at various strategies and approaches that we can take to that. And if you have a favorite strategy, you have a favorite rule set or something like that, you want to come on the show, comment on this video on the Hive post or hit me up on Discord. Okay.
You just didn't want me picking Ulfka.
No.
All right.
All right, my team's in. All right, thoughts?
Slade's always a nightmare with his enfeeble, his reflection shield and his dodge.
I want to get him up a bit more.
Yeah. I like Barbarian in Obnoxious Fumes because you know he's going to get injured and then enraged. I think I'm going to do too much damage.
You've got tank heal.
No, that's just
that's
just
self-heal. Yeah.
She's my card I want surviving. So my plan is that you hit Izzy R over and over until he gives Martyr to both of the other two in the middle of the back row, and then my resurrect buddy at the end resurrects him, and then so the idea is that I end up with just Krallis with immunity, self heal, and double Martyr boost. That was my plan. You do have a lot of punch with Persibolus and Coastal Sentry in second position. It's amazing how often that combo absolutely wrecks.
Tramples, yeah.
Yeah, totally. And I don't have rust or anything to... I don't have any rust to minimise the armour.
So you've got no cleanse either.
No. My whole point was do a lot of damage with the first two, and hopefully I've hurt you enough and the few obnoxious fumes have hurt enough that by the time Krallis gets to the front, you don't have the firepower left to knock her off. That was my goal. So they're kind of sacrificial, those first two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to depend what happens with the retaliate with this dry bone barbarian, right? Like the Coastal Sentry, if he retaliates against her once or twice, it's not going to take long for that to wreck her, right?
Yeah.
But she doesn't have to hit him many times before he's dead. So I think it's this RNG for this one. Gio, you have any thoughts?
I think, look, it looks like you have the higher caliber cards at play. So I'll just give it to you.
Yeah, but the miner at higher level, he's got a gladiator there. She could change things around. A bit of cleanse.
Yeah.
If she pops off Izzyar, because she's doing a lot of damage.
I'm just scared of
Izzyar, she could get ugly quick.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Izzyar is at least keeping away the firepower directed at the front guy for a little while. Yeah.
That's right, and both my front guys, the reach guy as well, are going to be doing damage while that's happening. I'm giving it to me, but I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, and once he goes, like that's two good cards to have martyred. It's two really good cards to have martyred.
And there's a revive and a reborn as well with Kung Fu Panda at the end there.
Yeah, that's the plan. But again, when you're resurrecting somebody and they got 1 health, and then there's a gladiator on the other team, you think, well, even if the gladiator didn't get boosted by the first kill, maybe they're the one who polishes it off because I don't have any armor there, right? So Maybe he's she's the one who knocks him off the second time, and now she's faster, more health, more damage. That could be the factor. I still think it's mine, but with my retaliates of late, I don't know, man. I could just see him just standing there getting beaten to death without doing anything about it.
Right. Well, I think a little bit of speed advantage here. That's going to be a big play, I think, in round one. How the rest of the game will play out. So let's see.
And look, my Chaos Dragon could take out your Resurrecty boy in the middle there, and with the first hit, that's the joy of the Chaos. Is
2 retaliates.
2 retaliates in a row. So she's still there, but you burnt through your Resurrect.
Ooh, damn!
I did. I really just brought him in for the Resurrect, but he really has done a number on you there.
Yeah, steamrolled.
Steamrolled with the
absolutely steamrolled.
That magic blast. That's especially with Archmage Arius boosting him with the extra magic damage. That can do some stuff. If you'd had double magic reflect, he would have been dead in a heartbeat. But considering that you went melee heavy, that magic blast really hurt you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely. All right. So while I'm sharing, I'll send one to you, Gio.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So gladiators, expert.
I didn't realise I wasn't in Splinterlands. I gotta look here.
Let's do another.
I should receive it.
Let's do another obnoxious fume, so we can see another way to tackle that. But I'll leave all elements available this time.
If we do end up doing this rule set specific challenges per episode, we should just start at the top of the list to make it easier to keep track of, right?
Yeah.
So start with aim true, and then just do it like that.
Good idea. Yeah, and then people will have an idea if they want to contribute on a particular idea. They'll have an idea when that episode will be coming up.
Exactly. Just check the list and how many. Oh, it's 4 weeks away. Let's see if I can get on that show because I really like Knockout.
Yeah.
Everyone has Knockout, for example.
All right. I have accepted.
There are some pretty cool rule sets.
Yeah.
Can you choose multiple, Bob? Like, I'm assuming you can, but we've only just sort of done individual rule sets.
Let's have a look at that on the next one. Yeah.
$99 mana as well. Wow. Okay.
You pretty much just have to go for a Dragon Summoner when it's 99 mana, I find.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just leaving so much on the table.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I guess if you got some of those higher mana Rift Watchers cards, but I really don't. I've only got the mostly the originals. I should do that actually. Load up on the really high mana Rift Watchers.
They're so they're pretty cheap right now.
Yeah, and that's why I was like that beta Spineback Turtle. Like, these are really cheap prices for beta cards. So while it's there, I'll fill this gap in my lineup.
Yeah, and that's a very good call.
All right, my team is in.
All right. I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, Lily. Good choice for obnoxious fumes. Yeah. That triage. Didn't think of that.
Oh, I didn't think about Cora.
You haven't maxed Agor?
No, I haven't. I probably won't. Level 3's fine.
Okay.
It gets one. I mean, I know it's a big difference to get like one more magic attack.
One more magic attack is huge.
Yeah, but so is. I don't know how much are they. I don't know, but yeah, no idea. No idea.
Look. All right, thoughts?
I think Geo's gonna get this one just because I'm looking at the repair on Adelaide Brightwing, sort of taking out some of the angst of your Uriel getting his armor removed.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of looking at Iziar's going to take a lot of that brunt from the gladiators and basically from everybody. But when he does go, yeah, I think there's going to be just too much damage done by Geo before Bob can really punch through.
Right.
I'm giving it to Geo.
Okay. All right. If I can get through Uriel, but again, these two here, they're both hitting hard. Same scenario with you, Matt. I've got two cards hitting my tank. Really hard.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not True Strike, so your tank's really quite slow. So I can't see him hitting Marisol there in second place at least. And even a bit of speed difference plus flying on Uriel, I can see you missing those first two cards while they wreck you.
Yeah. Do have a little bit of demoralize though to help these two.
Yeah, true. Cora hits the front, and then she's gonna, she's not gonna have enough extra firepower from having been. You do have the silence on your Goblin Psychic Physic, Goblin Physic. So that is gonna minimize incoming damage as well between demoralize and silence.
Yeah.
Look, I might be wrong here. I really might. Sandworm could wreck Iziar so hard.
If Controller picks up a little bit of speed as well, these two working together could do some damage.
Yeah, it's just a question of who polishes off Iziar, because if it's not one of your gladiators, they're not going to get bloodlust from it.
Yeah.
Well, that front guy also has taunt, so it's not like I'm going to go for any of the back row anytime soon.
Yeah.
So if I can get through him, then maybe I stand a chance.
That's right. A bit of shatter on your team would have been good here, Geo. Yeah. If you had a bit of shatter to just hack through that 7 armor.
Yeah, I know.
I think you would have been happier here.
I thought of some armor repair, but the only option available to me was the Scavo Hireling, and he doesn't do anything else. So I thought that was a waste of firepower option there. So yeah.
Well, look, if one of your gladiator skills is Iziar, Bob, I think you got a chance.
Okay.
But if it's one of the other cards that knocks him off, I just don't see you having enough oomph to get through him. Oh, you got taunt on your Agor as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I got double taunt.
I missed that. Yeah.
I'm not sure who he goes for. Who he goes for first, though? Is it
Whoever's
the one
first in the lineup?
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, well, whichever taunts first in the lineup gets targeted first.
Okay. Well, that's where I screwed up then. Anywho.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that recharge on Uriel, when it lands and doesn't hit armor, because he doesn't have Pierce, that's brutal.
Yeah. Now look, Agor's already back up to 8 health after being killed. 13 health. Yeah, 15 health. Yeah. Not my night. Alrighty. So, Gio, you want to share screen and send us a challenge each? And
Yes.
see if we can select multiple rule sets. I didn't look at that option.
Sure.
Because it was just a pull down. It wasn't like a select, so...
Yeah, and it seemed like there was only one field that you could put it into, but I'm not sure if that's...
Let's find out.
I've got to send request to share, I think.
Okay, that's new.
Yeah. All right, I think it's this one. Yeah. You see that?
Yep.
Matt Clark. So what are we doing here? Sorry.
Second one, select gladiators. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then mana cap. Go with unlimited. I think that's quite fun.
Okay.
Or not. It's up to you. We can do a 12 mana if you like. I don't mind.
Well, I sort of like random. Random.
Well, you can just leave it empty if you like it random.
Yeah, I think I will. I just want to let the random number generator.
Click on the I information box next to rule sets.
Yeah, so leaving it empty, you leave it random.
Yeah,
I think.
But can you select more than one geo? If you click in there and select whatever, there you go.
Yep, you can. Yep.
Yep, perfect.
Excellent.
Whoa, way! What are we doing here? Like, let's do a lot.
All right.
Have they been scanned for whether they contradict each other? Like, it's the limit of 6. There you go.
Okay. Well, let's do the limit of 6
Fog
then,
of War, ferocity, even.
You didn't choose the elements, Geo.
Doesn't matter. That's fine. This is a learning challenge.
Yeah. It's cool.
That is cool because I've never actually thought. Hey, I mean, I've pushed for the option of maybe 4 rule sets in Wild Champion before,
but not 6. I bet you could never.
6 is insane. Can you? But as they check that you can't pick like even Stevens and odd ones out at the same time because then it's like, can we pick all cards or no cards? Man, this is a lot. Okay, so we can't. No ranged. Everybody hits. Everybody resurrects. Fog of War, even Stevens, and Fury. Wow, there's a lot to take in there.
Only 17 mana. That's a killer.
This, sort of sucks, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna do this. Throw it up. I didn't really choose. I didn't think about the rule set. It's terrible. I didn't think about the rule sets too much.
Well, it's too many to even think about it.
Yeah, I just clicked random. Yep. Oh, I know no one's using taunt, and all that.
This is a lot. I'm even interested to see how it like displays. Like, look up the top there. You've got the room for the 6 different icons.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, look, I think you got this, but I don't know.
Well, you're gonna kill me in the first go, and then trample my chicken, and then. But then I'm going to resurrect with Ulf is going to resurrect with armor. Yeah, I think I've got it.
Yeah,
because by the time you punch through, I think Coastal Sentry is just going to die from poison fairly quick.
I think so.
And she poisoned everybody on your team, which is great. I always love when that happens.
Oh, is that what that does?
Yeah, so it's blast. Okay. So I mean, you've still got the resurrect, but she's going to.
Sure.
Yeah. Does it Yeah. But either way, when it's everybody resurrects and you got what's his face up there, Dr. Blight, he tends to get pretty full on as far as health goes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I am Blight's just going to win this. Yeah.
Double martyr boosted. She's still going to hit him twice, but he's going to.
Yeah.
Blight's
but that
pretty OP.
It was close, though. It was close.
It was close. Yeah, absolutely.
One turn with the trample. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good.
The armor on Coastal Sentry nearly cost me there, I think, because it's. If I hadn't have had all like pure poison and magic damage and done something else, anyway. Yeah. So this is good. I'm glad we recorded the second half of this show. This has been fantastic so far.
You want to send me a battle, Geo?
Yeah. Do it. Boba Fett's not there. Yeah, there he is. We're going to do Glads, of course, expert. What mana would you like?
You want to share your screen while you do this?
I thought I was. Am I not?
You finished screen sharing after the last game. Yeah.
Well, I don't mind screen sharing.
All right.
Let's do a manner of 69. Okay, let's do that. Let's. I'm gonna think about this one. Are you not entertained? Yeah. So we're gonna even do more gladiators. Can you choose like more? I don't know. I don't know. Oh wait, why would I choose if you can already choose them?
Yeah, you don't want back to basics if you're going to be choosing extra gladiators.
Beefcakes, man. I don't even know what these do.
Like, how restrictive can you get with these? Can you have like commons and rares only, Little League, even Stevens, no magic, no melee? You just got like one card each.
Oh man, I don't think I want to do that. Let's do that. That looks cool. Equalizer, equal opportunity, holy protection, earthquake.
This is fun.
It's great. It changes well so much. You can actually test what you want to. You can test a card way more better now. You know, because you can.
Yeah, and look, there's so much capacity now too. Like, I could say, okay, here's the 3 rule sets I want. You add the 3 rule sets you want, and then together we do a battle with those 6 rule sets, right?
Yeah.
We've each chosen half of how it plays out.
Exactly.
And then there's strategy like, oh, I think maybe he's going to want to do this, so I'm going to choose a rule set that precludes that. So many places you could go with it.
It's stupid. It's so good. I like it.
Yeah, me too. I think there's so much scope here, especially for like streamers and guys making videos like us. We can now have all sorts of fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so good. Okay, so a bit to choose from, and that's a fair bit of mana too. Don't think I'm going to use that anytime soon. Don't think I'm going to use that.
All right, my team is in.
My team is nearly in. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
We're going Lily again.
Yeah.
I've used it so much since I got Ulfgar.
Interesting.
Just knowing you can direct their fire in that direction. Yeah, Lily and Grund up front. Oh, you've got Slipspawn. Okay.
You're obviously doing way more damage, so there's that.
I got some snare.
Neither of those front cards is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So Reflection Shield, Earthquake, Divine Shield. Yeah, you got basically, with Opportunity rule set, you've got to use Lily.
So with the Muskrat there, got the Shatter.
Does.
And Snare.
Yeah.
For your flyers, so.
Does.
Yeah, but Geo's not really flying.
Dragon Jumper and the.
Oh, I'm flying a lot, I think. Oh, with 2.
Yeah. But the first card that the first 2 cards that he's going to hit because of Lily don't have flying. So I don't know that.
I don't know, man. I reckon let's just play it.
You don't like the forensics, Geo.
Yeah.
It's nice to look at it, look at the layout and think who's going to win. I think Bob's got this one.
Yeah, I think he's got a.
I think Grund's going to go down easier than what we're anticipating.
Oh, what?
Oh, that miss.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't get to snare the dragon jumper after all. Might not matter though with the amount of life and health you got here. Although, still a lot of damage left on Geo's team. Oh, 18.
Monster killer?
Yeah. Giant killer.
No, recharge.
Oh, recharge, yeah.
Triple, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Zyvax.
Yeah,
he's got his niche though, doesn't he?
Confident towards the end there.
Yeah, I thought
you were looking good.
Could have had it, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have got it.
All right. So, I
you
guess...
and Matt.
Yeah, me and Matt again. All right. You want to stop sharing then, Gio?
I do.
All right.
We got 7.5 minutes. Yeah, this is fun. I'm looking forward to having more tailor-made challenges. I think it's really fun and cool.
It really is.
Yeah, and then we got the option to say, "Hey, here's our catalog." We go through and hey, look, we might be the example of what not to do. Yeah. But I think if we can go through and say, "Here's my thinking in this. Here's what I do in this." Little League, I talk about scavenger lot, for example. Like, so when we do our Little League episode, we can look at that. But it means somebody can scroll through our back catalogue and go, "Oh man, I got terrible. I looked up splinterstats.net. I've looked up KeoKids' tool. I'm doing really badly in noxious fumes. Let's go look at the noxious fumes episode and see what their thinking is around all of that." Assuming that you want to emulate what we're doing.
Exactly. And also another cool feature that Keo could add in the future is if he's able to, is to find out in where the majority of the win rates on what abilities and rule sets are they coming from for that card.
Like break it down, yeah.
Like what its strongest, like where is it strongest in like the abilities or whatever you call it, like the
Yeah, for sure. And even like the survival rates as well. For when survival comes out, if he looks at like how often did they actually survive the whole match, that's a whole other thing, because the cards that are really lasting, they're the ones you want for survival, right?
Yeah.
The ones that win flawless victory.
Yeah, the ones that last longer as well, right? That cycle less through it, so you can go through less cards or need less cards to achieve. Yeah, I guess, hey.
Are you going to accept
I guess they're the ones you need are the ones that die a lot. Yeah, sorry.
We just got lost in
Yeah, chatting to you. We're just thinking through the possibilities. Okay, so we unlimited mana, melee only. What do we got? Rise of the Commons. Everyone has thorns, and there's gladiators included in the rule set. So we got 2 gladiators possible. Okay, this is potentially interesting and fun.
Yeah.
That is an interesting one.
Damn it. I was going to go Olivia, but she's a epic, not a common or rare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Are you serious? Anyway.
Too many rule sets here.
I thought I got melee and thorns because it's one of the ones I hate. Melee only, and you got to deal with the thorns as well.
Yeah, you just need cards with reflection shield.
That's crazy. You have to use it. You have to use melee. How about your commanders?
Yeah, and look, ordinarily I'd be like, well, that's fine. I got cards that deal like magic and melee, right, or ranged and melee, but most of them are
epics or above,
or legendaries. If you're just looking at commons and rares, you got no Krallis. You don't have Warchang. I didn't see Warchang in my list anywhere.
I think that's an epic.
Yeah, so it really limits things. Vigilator is legendary. Quora is epic. Yeah, so you're really just left with like Reflection Shield cards.
All right, my team is in.
I was thinking Corsair Bosun would have been a good option because he's got Reflection Shield, but
I'm just going to press play because we've only got a couple of minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect because my bot just started. I was like, oh, how am I going to do another one? No, it's good.
There's some Retaliate. Get right up. Get in there. Oh, you poisoned my Gladiator.
Yes.
Died though.
Go Bob. Ruin him, Bob. Rip his head off.
I went for melee with the most health, knowing that I'm going to lose health every single time I attack. You know.
Yeah.
Oh no!
There's the Retaliate.
No, the Retaliate.
There's the Retaliate.
It's over, Red Rover. It's
there we go.
That's all she wrote. It's all no.
Yeah.
No.
Finish with some Bloodlust. Bring it on.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Lovely.
Well, that was fun. So yeah, if you have a favorite rule set or a rule set you hate, rule set that you need some advice, some help with, like Matt said, we'll go down through the rule sets in order. Maybe we might have a bit of fun with multiple rule sets, but we'll focus on one particular rule set each.
Or the flip side
Sesame Street. This episode brought to you by the rule set, Rule of Thorns. And
the letter C in the number 4. Also, the flip side of that, if you are the boss, right? If you absolutely own the Fury rule set or Earthquake, then put your hand up and say, I can flog all 3 of you as long as it's Earthquake. And then we'll bring you on as a guest and you show the people how it's done, right?
Yeah, walk or talk. Yeah. Yeah. All
yeah,
right,
like
so
choose one rule set that someone thinks they can nail you on, you know? Like everyone on, you know? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Put up or shut up.
Yeah, put up or shut up. Go hard or go home. Yeah. Thanks for joining us on 159. We will be back next week with 160. Comment below, hit me up on Discord, whichever method you want if you want to come on and show your skills. I'm Boba Fett. Peace out.
Nice work, gents.